Who goes first?
You love first.
I love first. Well, I did love her first. So, I'm Maham, and I am your reigning Mrs. South Carolina. And, yes, sorry that I know our videographer is looking at me like, sound check. But, like, yeah, sometimes I tend to get loud. But I'm here with my very dear friend, Carla. And she is now our reigning Mrs. USA. And if you want to learn how to support her, because I really want you guys to support her because she is such a fabulous person inside out, click the link in my bio, okay? Send this woman to Greece, okay? She's a goddess, Aphrodite here, okay? We need her to go to Greece so she can change some lives there, okay? She's done enough work in the USA. Shoo. Here's Carla.
Hey y'all. So I'm Carla. I was actually in North Carolina and was just crowned 2 weeks ago as your Mrs. USA. So I'm really excited to be here.
All right, so we are going to do something completely different because I'm sure you've had a lot of Mrs. USA stuff recently.
Yeah.
And we just got done doing a photo shoot with all this pageant stuff. And so we're going to actually do a friendship thing. Because we actually made friends with each other. Who does that? Right, North
At a
Carolina?
pageant?
What? South
All
Carolina
right.
and North Carolina? We're pitted against each other.
Who knew?
Why are we wearing this pink?
Who knew?
How could
I
this
guess
happen?
we like each other after all.
I think we
Weird.
broke a rule. Oops. I guess
Rule
we're rule
breakers.
breakers. High five. All right. What's the first question?
Do you recall the moment you met?
Yes, I do recall the moment that we met. I actually reached out to Carla prior to the pageant.
You did.
I did.
You
She
did.
stood out to me before. And, but I do recall the moment we met. It was in the hotel line. We actually ended up standing right in line. Carla, do you want to go on with how that happened?
I was checking in with my
9,000 bags?
9,000 bags, and I didn't know where I was going, and this was the biggest resort ever, so it was nice to see a friendly face because after a long day of travel, I was so stressed out. And she was nothing but a giant smile and ray of sunshine, as it turns out. So it was a nice way to meet.
Yeah, and I looked at her, and we both were just like, we need a 1, 2, 3. Nap.
I was gonna say a hug, but that too.
We were just like, I'm so tired.
Yes, a nap. We did say
We
that.
did say that, and then we
We did
checked
say that.
in.
Mm-hmm.
And so we do, yes. And you were wearing gray. I don't even remember what I was wearing. You were like bedazzled out. I was like, are you North Carolina? And you were like, yeah. I was like, I'm here. I'm like, I'm here too. We made it.
We were.
All right. What's the next question?
Was it love at first sight or a slow burn?
I think for me, it was love at first sight.
It was an instant connection.
It really was.
We just kind of stuck together.
We did. I just knew there was something special about her right away. And honestly, as the more I get to know her, the more I realize how right I was. And it's honestly, it's really heartwarming. She's an amazing human being.
You're gonna do that ugly cry
No,
again.
well, she says ugly, but there's nothing ugly about her. Look at her. Literally, you guys, when she won, my heart just, now I'm gonna do,
It was good.
Oh.
Now we're all gonna cry. Okay.
my heart just exploded with joy because finally good people win in the world. It's about
Stop it. Next question. We're gonna lose her.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
We love you, May.
What is your favorite thing about each other, physically and personality?
Oh my goodness. Well, I am an introvert. Okay, I am the one in the corner who will watch everything happen. My best friend could sit there and I'm not gonna go and speak first. So to say that is to tell you that this girl who has no fear about anything in the world pulled me out of my shell, and that is my favorite thing about her. She has the ability to take a scared little girl and just make her feel like a queen. And I think because of that, I had a much better chance at getting to where I was. Plus, she's super pretty. So there's that.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite thing about Carla physically is her eyes. Okay, so like, I mean, she's obviously gorgeous, but if I had to choose one thing about her, it's her eyes, which I noticed like right away before we were like filming. I was like, oh my God, you got really pretty eyes. And she's like,
She
you
did.
mean my eyelashes? I was like, no, I mean like your eyes. Like, she's like, oh, my son has the same ones. And I was like, yeah, like they're like this gorgeous, like beatable, irreplaceable shade of like hazel. So like, we'll have to do like a close up at some point. But like, yeah, they're like, they're something wild. Like it's like a tigress looking at you, and you're like,
That's good.
"Aw." But yes, very hypnotizing. I also love her smile. It just she walks in and she smiles, and it's just like your whole world gets illuminated, and you forget that there's anything wrong with the world in the first place. And my favorite thing about her personality is honestly, she's kind of like an onion. I know, follow me along with this. She
All
doesn't
right.
smell like one, I promise. She smells great, I promise. But, so Carla has kind of the same way. Like, I'm kind of like, rah, out there. But there's layers to her, right? Like, you get to know her, but then you slowly get to peel off layers, and there's more and more and more depth. And it's just like this interesting adventure, and there's like a treasure. And you find out new things about her as you get to know her. And it's just this very like intimate journey, and you get to know more and more and more, and it's just like more and more beautiful. Like just like when you think you've got the treasure, it's like a mirage, and you're like, I've got it, and then she like shows you another thing, and you're like, oh great. Just when I
More
thought
to learn.
just when I thought I loved you enough, you showed me another way to love you. So it's just like a beautiful unfolding. I feel like it's like yin and yang with us. It's really awesome. So yeah. Next question.
So the first thought that ran through your head / impressions.
Like our first impressions.
Hmm. That's a tough one. I think I just knew that I was gonna like her, and that was just the first impression. Just like that's gonna be my friend.
Yeah. I think it was something very similar for me too. It was just like this energetic transaction. Like before we said anything to each other, before we even exchanged words, it was just like this nonverbal like communication that just like happened on like another plane, and I was just like, yep, that one's mine.
Yeah.
That's it. I claim her. It was more like that. And then later everything else just reaffirmed that. It was really interesting. So, yeah, kind of the same thing.
The other's biggest strength.
God, there's so many.
Well, I think for her strength is her ability to bring out the best in another person. That's what I think. I won't get into a whole lot of detail, but that's what I think. Yeah.
I think Carla's best ability, there's so many to choose from, is the ability to hold space. I have no ability to hold space. And I love how she laughs because she knows it's true. I have too much of a personality. So, yes, I can
good.
bring out things in people, but I have no ability to hold space. Because I'm like, "Rrr." But Carla can listen. She's very composed. And she can literally, she's such a good listener. And she can absorb, and she can make you feel heard. She can make anyone feel heard. And I think sometimes, like, that's something I'm really working on myself, because I have so much to say, but you can tell her anything. And she, you know, she's not going to judge you. Like, she never has judgmental eyes, or her nonverbal language is always very open. She's never like she's just a very safe person. And I love that. And it's not just me. She's a very safe person to everyone. That was a very common thing that almost every delegate said about her at the Mrs. Globe pageant.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, y'all. I love that.
So something I wish more people knew about.
I wish more people knew how easy to get along with her it is. Did I say that right? How it's so easy to get along with her. I think she could make a stranger feel at home. It's fantastic. Yeah.
I wish more people. There's so many things about her. Like I said, she's an onion, even though she doesn't smell like one. I told you. I wish people knew and got to know and took time to know the diamond that's underneath it all. I think Carla has a lot of sometimes guards up for good reasons because she has gone through a lot of adversity. But you guys, it is amazing how this woman has stayed soft and gentle and still open to love the whole world despite
All the things.
despite all the things. She is magical. Like, she is a miracle that is walking around. And I wish more people knew that.
Thanks.
This is just like a hype me up session. I love
Yeah,
it. We
it
should
is.
have more of these.
Favorite memory.
Well, I think we're going to be creating a lot more.
I think so.
I think this is my favorite memory so far.
This is fun.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think trying on dresses, bringing in our
Oh, yeah.
gowns, exchanging clothes. And I love being behind the scenes. I've been we've literally communicated almost every day, y'all, after the pageant.
Literally.
And we've stayed in contact. It's been a friendship, and it's just developed. And we've got our little inside. It's just developing. It's developing as it goes along, and I absolutely it gets more delightful, more savory every day, and I love it. So I'm just excited for what's to come.
There will be a lot of memories made.
Mm-hmm. That's for Mrs. USA. Oh!
One way you're similar.
How are we similar?
We must get along some ways.
I think we're both very open-minded,
Mm-hmm.
and we're very easy to talk to type people, I think. So because of that, we're able to build this really fantastic friendship that goes beyond pageantry and all the things.
All the glitz and the glam.
Yeah.
I think one way that we're similar, down to the core, is I think our hearts are very similar. When you take away all the layers, I think down to it, when it comes down, right to the core, I think our souls are very similar. I don't think we wish harm on anyone. I think we really are just trying to do the best we can with the skills that we were given and trying to make the world just 0.000000001% better. And I think that's where we really connect at, and that's where our souls are intertwined. So
Definitely.
The value that the other holds in high regards.
I think Carla holds empowering other women in high regards. I really do. I think that that's a big thing for her because I think that she knows what it feels like to feel powerless firsthand.
Yeah.
And so the only reason for me to say that is it's much different when someone who's been in that position is advocating for women than someone who's oh, I'm just empowering women, and they've just always been empowered. And so I think she knows what it's like to be here, and now she's here. And so someone who has this platform now can actually speak up for the people that are here because she knows what that feels like. So I think that's so important.
Absolutely. I would really say the same thing. I
Mhm.
mean, since I've met her, she's empowered me. I mean, I got drenched with the rain, and as soon as I walked in, you're gorgeous. You look amazing. Let's have a great day. So
Because she does.
But you know, not everybody is that way. So lucky us.
Lucky us.
Does the other have a type?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Next question.
Fair response.
Do you think you'll be friends forever?
Yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely. Past pageantry, past Mrs. Globe. Thank you for Mrs. Globe for bringing us together. I never thought, I found a sister, a friend. She's wonderful.
And now she's stuck with me. So
I would rather never, I'm so happy to be stuck with her. Can we, get a joint hip surgery, please? And we fit in each other's clothes, y'all.
yes.
Just perfect.
It's great.
It's great. And we live,
So
what? We're North Carolina and South Carolina. Come on. This is perfect. I love her so much. So please go support her. Because
Please do.
she's going to stand, literally, y'all, she stands for everything that I do. She stands for love, unity, connection, empathy, power. I promise you, this is the best you're going to get. And if
Aw.
I'm supporting her, you better support her.
I love it. I love it.
Yay. That was so cute. I
That
did
was
not
cute.
expect that to go as well as it
I
did.
know.
That was really spontaneous.
That's good. Being on the spot, usually I totally suck.
Me? Well, no, I don't usually suck at it. But yeah.
You were like, yeah, me too. Not
No,
really.
I was like, no, no,
You're
no,
like,
no.
I'm actually really great.
I actually
So,
am really good at being on the
Yeah.
spot, but you did really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was actually very honest and good.
It's good stuff.
That is actually my favorite memory. Cool stuff.
Yeah. We're going to have such a fun year.